Yo, 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 what's going on, good people? It's your homie HerbMan, and you back upside the head with another hot banger boogie. Alright, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that logo at the bottom of your screen right there and hit that notification bell so that you never ever miss what we bring to the table in health and in wealth strategies. Alright, so today, man, what I wanted to talk about was how we can find some of the minerals and vitamins that we're looking for in the herbs. Okay, you know, I'm a big advocate of the herbs. That's what we do. That's why my name HerbMan. And some of you guys don't understand, some of these herbs are packed full of vitamins and nutrients, and if you get the right ones, if you know which ones to choose from, you can really supplement your mineral and vitamin deficiencies just with the herbs alone. Just like these herbs are food, so you can put them right into your smoothies, right into your soups. You can put them right into your salads and get all of the nutrients and vitamins that your body craves. You know, when we get the right nutrients in our bodies, all right, we won't crave eating all the time. Okay, you'll feel full a lot longer. It'll last a lot longer because your nutrients have been satisfied. And a lot of us don't understand why we always craving to eat. It's because the foods that we're eating right now, especially when we're talking about the SAD diet, right? The standard American diet. It keeps us craving for food because there's nothing in our foods. Our foods have a very high caloric density, but it doesn't have any nutritional density at all. So what we want to do is we want to not have to always go to the pill. Remember, we don't advocate pills on this particular channel because we feel like you don't really know what's in the pills. And even down to the herbal pills, the herbal supplements, you guys need to be careful with what you're taking because people are getting this stuff from third world countries and they're doing all they can do in private labels just to get a product to you without really taking your health into consideration. So when you're looking for herbs, you really want to start looking at, just like how you go into the grocery store and you look at your fruits and your vegetables. You want to be able to do the same with your herbs. All right, so we sell loose leaf tea. Okay, so you can look at the herb, you can smell the herb, you can touch the herb. You know that the herb is real, it's pure, it's organic, and it's coming straight from Mother Nature. So if you guys are interested in any of our herbs, please go to www.leafavitaessentials.com. All right, so I kind of just want to go over a few of the herbs that are out so that you can kind of get a gist of what is in the herbs, what you can use the herbs for. A lot of people are on this sea moss thing right now, right? Well, for good reason. Sea moss has about 92 of the 102 minerals that the body needs on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so it's packed full of nutrients. You can't really find anything else on earth that has the amount of nutrients that sea moss has. All right, and so we have two types of sea moss. This is our powdered sea moss, and we also have the cut and sifted. So if you just wanted to really deal with the real deal, we kind of got it chopped up and cut up. So all you got to do is soak it for a minute and go ahead and make your sea moss gels, or you know, you can put it with the powder. We know a lot of people like to put it in the smoothies, so we got a different textures so that you can use it in different ways. Okay, but again, sea moss is very good. Now, it's best used back in the day for tuberculosis, but it's also going to be good for any type of respiratory issues. If you want to get mucus out of your body, things of that nature, Irish moss is very good for that. Some of the things that Irish moss got, let's look at it. You know, I'm a big advocate of what we call keto, K-E-D-A. All right, and that's vitamin K, vitamin E, vitamin D, and vitamin A. Now, a lot of the other vitamins and minerals are very good, but the word vitamin is your vital mineral. Okay, so keto is going to be a very vital thing, along with vitamin B, B12, and all that type of stuff. But B12 and all those types of B complexes are going to be very important as you age. Okay, as you get older, B12 and all of those B complex vitamins are going to be very essential to you continue to have a healthy body as you age. Okay, but keto, vitamin K-E-D-A, is always important from the onslaught We're going to really need to understand that, along with folic acid, omega-3s, omega-6s, and all those types of things that you can find in flax seeds, hemp seeds, sesame seeds, and things of that nature. All right, but back to Irish moss. Again, it contains 92 of the 102 minerals, and it contains vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. All I'm looking for is the KEDA, keto. Okay, so right there alone is what you can go and get this herb for, just because it has vitamin K, E, D, and A. Okay, just that alone, if you really just understand what those vitamins are, do your own research, you realize that those are very, very important vital minerals. Okay, alongside that, is especially rich in calcium. Okay, iodine. All right, so if you're dealing with any kind of thyroid issues, iodine is going to be what you either lack or have too much of, and so whichever wavelength you're on, Irish moss will help you out. Okay, it also contains potassium iodide, and we know that even by FDA standards, a lot of Americans lack potassium. Okay, so that's one of those that's one of those minerals that you really need to keep track of, how your potassium levels is. All right, when your potassium is up, your sodium is down. When your sodium is up, your potassium is low. Okay, and a lot of people are suffering from low potassium nowadays, so we really need something to supplement it. Herbs will do that. Irish moss, along with some of the other herbs that I'm going to show you today, are going to be very, very good to help out the potassium. It also got potassium bromide. It's got selenium in it, right? Selenium, we know that is very good to ward off cancer. Okay, so you're definitely going to need a normal level of selenium in your body. And you can get this from things like Irish moss. Irish moss is an algae. Okay, you can get these types of, some of these supplements you can't get from just foods alone. So you're going to need things like Irish moss. You're going to need things like bladderwrack. All right, you're going to need things like kelp, all right, to help you. These are your seaweeds and your algae. And those are going to be the things you're going to need to balance you out, because a lot of the fruits and vegetables that we eat can give us some nutrition. Now they can give us a high nutrition. Fruits and vegetables are the most nutritional dense foods you can eat, but there are some minerals that those particular fruits and vegetables don't do, so you have to go to your sea vegetables, which is going to be things like algae and seaweed. Okay, so kelp, bladderwrack, Irish sea moss can be things that you can add to that vegetable and fruit diet and be able to still get all of the vitamins and nutrients your body deserves. Okay, it also has zinc, and it has natural silica in it, and a lot of us are lacking silica. Okay, so when you do the Irish moss, you can get the silica. And remember, those just a few of the 92 minerals that this thing has. Okay, so again, very, very important for you to understand Irish sea moss. Another one that we have here is burdock root. Okay, burdock root is going to be a very, very good blood purifier, a blood cleanser. Okay, you're going to really need to understand how important it is to cleanse the blood. A lot of us don't understand the importance of cleansing the blood. And for most of us, we never ever get a chance to cleanse the blood. We detox our liver, we detox our kidneys, we can even try to detox our lungs. You know, we sweat, you know, we detox the skin, but we really don't know how to detox the blood. And sometimes that is the most important thing, because again, a lot of the food that we're eating are processed, and it leaves a lot of the gunk and the fats and all of this stuff in our blood, and the cholesterol and the calcium deposits, and we just don't know what to do with that, or either we don't understand how important that is to add to the regimen of being healthy. So burdock root is a very, 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 very good herb that you're going to need to have in your medicinal cabinets if you're really trying to obtain optimal health. Now, some of the things that burdock root has in it here is, again, these are your vitamin B complexes, all right? And it's also going to have vitamin E. Okay, so it has an aspect of keto in it, and vitamin E is going to be very good for skin and all those types of things that we really need to keep our skin healthy and keep the elasticity in our skin, and keep the tone in our skin. And you know, as long as you got your skin strong, it can really be a great defender for you, a what we call a first defender for you to be able to ward off a lot of things, because it comes through the skin first, right? When we're taking these, when we're using these deodorants, and when we're talking about the environmental toxins, comes through the skin first, right? We breathe it in through the lungs as well. So skin and lungs are going to be two vital things that we really need to keep up to par, healthy, so that we can ward off a lot of what's going on in our atmosphere. All right. Burdock root also has a boost of trace minerals in it. All right. And trace minerals are going to be, again, potassium, ding, ding, ding. Phosphorus is very, very important for bone growth. Okay. You're going to need phosphorus. I know a lot of people talk about calcium as far as bones, but we don't really know that it is phosphorus is really the catalyst for bone strength. So you're going to really need to have phosphorus in your diet. Okay, and burdock root can give you that. Chromium, okay? Chromium is another vitamin that we don't really understand when we're talking about diabetes. Very, very crucial to have high levels of chromium in your body when you're dealing with diabetes and insulin and the pancreas, because you need that to maintain some homeostasis within the bloodstream, within the pancreas, okay? So chromium is going to be very, very good when we're talking about having some form of anti-diabetic herb or anti-diabetic minerals in our bodies. Chromium, remember that. Burdock root, all right? This has also got cobalt in it, all right? Iron, magnesium, when we're talking about, iron, again, that's where the blood comes in at, right? Magnesium is what we're talking about, especially when we're dealing with the muscles, okay? If you're having muscle spasms and all this type of stuff, then you really probably want to check your magnesium out and make sure that you have the right amount of magnesium in your body, okay? Magnesium is another important vital mineral that we need to keep track of. Make sure we have high levels of it. Make sure we're eating foods that will give us high levels of magnesium, so that we can have good muscle actions and good muscle function. Okay, and everything in our body, outside of our bones and outside of our blood, is muscle pretty much. When you're talking about your heart, when you're talking about, how you walk and how you using your arms, and when you're talking about the brain and all this types of stuff, magnesium is going to be very, very important for those things. Again, burdock root has silica or silicone in it, all right? And it has zinc, again, just like Irish moss, and it also has a amount of sodium in there. All right, and that's going to be the good sodium that your body really needs. We're not talking about table salt, okay? So burdock root, you need to really have that in your medicinal cabinet, all right? And we're going to talk about some more herbs that are very important that I feel like you probably heard before. Maybe one of them you heard before, but the other one you may not. And we're going to talk about how many vitamins and what those vitamins are that you need to take these things for here. And I have a list here on those things. So burdock root also has vitamin A. Okay, it has riboflavin in it, which is vitamin B2, and these are your B complexes. Okay, it has niacin in it, which is your B3. Okay, it has vitamin C. Okay, and we're talking about burdock root right here. What else does burdock root have? It has a slew of things. We talked about the iron. We talked about the magnesium. We talked about the phosphorus. We talked about the potassium, the silicon, the sodium. It also has sulfur in it. Sulfur is another one that we need to look out for. It's just as important as phosphorus is. And a lot of times when we're looking at it as a vitamin and mineral, it may come as sulfate or phosphate. And those can be calcium phosphate. It could be it can come in a sulfate and a phosphate. So it may not necessarily say phosphorus. It may not necessarily say sulfur. So what you're looking for is sulfate and phosphate. And these are the things that you want to be able to look at, especially when you're looking at your ingredients as far as what you're going to the grocery store and trying to look at. All right. So enough of burdock root. If you want more information on it, just email me. We'll tell you a lot about it. But I want to keep it moving here. The next one is nettle leaf. All right. Now, nettle leaf is a very, very popular herb. It's old school. It's been out for a long time. And it's very, very medicinal. It gives you a lot of vitamins and minerals as well. Okay. And just to kind of give you a slew of what nettles can do for you here. Let me just see here how many vitamins and nutrients that nettle has here. Let's see here. I mean, nettles is one of those. So these four herbs is pretty much your powerhouse herbs. If you're looking for how to supplement or why I need to supplement, or what do I need to supplement for or with, these four just alone. I mean, yeah, you can go get some bladderwrack, some kelp, and some more herbs that are out there that can add to this. But even if you just get these four herbs, I think you're going to be really, really, really happy with the results. Again, nettle. This is nettle leaf, so you can put it in, soups. You can. If you're making collards, if you're making turnips or something like that, you can throw it over in there, and it would definitely do it. So just some of the things that is in nettle. Again, this is more of your super herb here. It has vitamin A. Okay, it got various of the B complexes, vitamin Bs, B1, B2, B3, B5. If you don't know what that is, that's thiamine, riboflavin, niacin. Okay. It's got vitamin C. It's got a lot of amino acids in it, okay? And that's reason why I would consider this a very, very superb herb, because of the fact that it has amino acids, something that our body desperately needs, okay? We don't find it a lot in a lot of the herb, a lot of the plant life, but we do find it in a lot of the fruits. So to be able to have a herb that is giving you the amino acids the body needs, the digestive tract needs, is a wonder all in itself. All right, it also has calcium. It has the good fatty acids, okay, that the body can break down and utilize and do all that type of stuff. At the top of the show, I said something about folic acid. All right, well, nettles has that for you. All right, and that's one of, again, by FDA standards, that's something that we're lacking, especially when we're talking about women who's trying to have kids and get pregnant. And you can start on this very early on in life so that you don't even have to worry about taking folic acid supplements, okay? It also has iron, so we know it's going to be good for the blood. Magnesium is going to be good for the muscles. It has manganese in it, which is another critical herb that you need, a vital mineral. All right, and this also is packed with phosphorus and potassium, just to name a few. So again, and a lot of people know this by stinging nettles. It's the same thing. Nettle root, nettle leaf, stinging nettles. This is a superb herb, what we call a super herb, okay? You need to get your hands on that nettle leaf, especially if you want to supplement without taking pills and without, going overboard on consuming all different types of foods. You can just add this to your vegan diet, or to your fruitarian diet, or to your nutritarian diet, or however you're eating. Add this in there to make sure that you are getting the wholeness, the fullness thereof of eating, which is nutrition first off, okay? All right, now the next one here is my favorite here. A lot of people don't know about this, but this is my baby, and it's called alfalfa leaf, okay? Alfalfa leaf. Alfalfa leaf is one of the top 10 herbs that I would suggest anybody go out, do the research, and try to get into the medicinal cabinets, okay? Alfalfa is a God-sent herb. It almost has every vitamin, just like Irish moss, but everybody talk about sea moss, but everybody don't know about alfalfa leaf, okay? Alfalfa leaf, just to let me give you a little synopsis of what it got. It got vitamin A, okay? It's got the B2, the B3, the B6. It has cobalamin, which is B12, okay? It has vitamin C. It has vitamin D. It has vitamin E, and it has vitamin K. That's keto right there, right? What else? It has chlorophyll in it. So you don't just have to go out and get, kelp or some people are just getting the straight up chlorophyll. Alfalfa has the chlorophyll that you need, right? So if you don't like that fishy stuff, or you feel like, I really don't want to get that type of stuff, alfalfa, baby. Alfalfa, we got it on our site. All right. Alfalfa has chlorine in it. What else it got? Alfalfa has iron for the blood, magnesium for your muscles, phosphorus, potassium. It has silicon in it. It has sodium in it. It has sulfur in it. Okay, so that's just to name a few. I can continue to keep going on with this stuff, but I don't want to bore you with how many minerals and vitamins that these things got. Just understand that they have the vital nutrients. The list that I'm giving you is a list of all of the valuable nutrients that your body needs, and it also is listing some of the great herbs that have these things. Again, when we're talking about kelp and Irish moss and burdock root and alfalfa and nettles, these are your nutritional dense herbs that you definitely want to add to your diet, whatever diet you're on. Even if you're not on a diet, but you want to get the nutrition, to cut back from consuming and over consuming food because you're not feeling full. You need to put these 4 herbs that I just told you about in your medicinal cabinets. Use them at all times. None of these herbs are toxic. None of them are habit forming. None of them are going to harm you. All of them are going to be very, very good. How we suggest you take anything here on the Leaf of Vita Essentials channel is that you do 6 days and give your body 1 day of rest like God designed for it to do. That way you'll never really get into the habit of needing anything, and you always want to give your body time